Hey, what's up, man? How you guys doing? You guys doing good? Yeah, I got this great idea, man. You want to hear it? I got this great idea. Let's let's go get a Sagittarius and a Capricorn and a crooked attorney Taurus. Let's get together and let's start a school, man. Does that sound like a good idea? Let's start a school. Yeah, man. And then we can harvest all the energy off of the students so we have good ideas for our own stuff. What do you think? We'll even make the school free, man. Yeah, we'll make the school free. And then when they come in with their good ideas, we'll already be at the top, man. Freaking thank you for that 19% completion, baby. It's what it is. We told you that. It's freaking what it is. Yeah, man. We'll get a bunch of people on YouTube. They'll all be, but we'll already be at the top, man. So we'll just take their ideas and we'll talk about them. And we'll claim them as our own because we're energy harvesters. We're a corrupt group of parasites. And we got a Taurus, a crooked attorney that wasn't very good attorney. I bet they are shitting. It's okay. Welcome to the Lake of Fire. Let them figure that idea out. Yeah, a dark imitation chosen ones. Dark imitation chosen ones. That's what it is. Think about that. Right? Let's get a bunch of newbies that don't know any better, man. And then when they're talking about their ideas, we'll even start a Facebook page. And as they're all pumping and telling their stories, we'll just go through there and we'll cherry pick all the things that we want, and then we'll go and we'll talk about it because we've already got all the subscribers. We've got a massive following. We'll do moon magic every month. What do you guys think? You guys think that's a good idea? We'll hold retreats and we'll do Roman bread and circus. We'll keep everybody focused on smoke and mirrors. I see through that shit. So, and I don't care what people do. However, you're trying to figure the energy out in the cards, and I already told you last year. So if you're trying to figure out the fucking energy in the cards today, and they're still dealing with it from something I said last year, well, then they're still dealing today, freaking out over something I said last fucking year, and I have moved on from all that. Starseed read, shall we? God is all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself, as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. So it is, and I'm not going to make any excuses for any of them because you don't know what kind of entity is working through those individuals, right? That was one of the things about doing plant medicine that Terence McKenna told everyone. You do DMT, ayahuasca, that's why they did it. Was to speak to the little people. And then you're talking about the Earth Angel with the connection to nature spirits. The last thing I want to do is have the experience that Terence McKenna had. Tell you, what are we to do with an elf? They mob you like bad archons, like badly trained Rottweilers with this over-sensing joy of love. That's what it is. Anyway, you're opening, and that's the thing, is when they're taking the mushrooms, they're opening themselves up to the Fey trap. Do you know how many times I've had to study cleansing my energy from that shit? That's why I don't do it. I learned the dark side of those things. That's what it is. That toxicity opens you up to God knows what. That's what it is. Right? And they're making retreats out of it. They're retreating and just fucking taking on nature spirits that want Earth back. They don't give a fuck about human. Look what humans have done to Earth. They're taking them. That's what it is, man. You can't have Terence McKenna pioneer all of that shit and then thank you, spirit. And you're talking about trickster spirits. Cool. That comes from taking ayahuasca. That's where you meet the trickster spirits. The nature spirits that don't want your ass on Earth anymore. And yeah, they mob you like badly trained Rottweilers full of the Fae, the leprechauns. That's what it is. I channel that energy Okay, great. I see that, and they don't even consciously know they're doing the shit. I'm not making any excuses for them. If they do, then it's a major conspiracy. Thank you, Spirit. And when I hear readers saying re-examine the corruption around law enforcement, cool, let me ask a question. Since everyone in America is so worried about a land grab by the elites whose money gets them out of everything, cool. So if law enforcement were able to grab a tropical island list, would there be anyone on that list to grab the fucking land anymore? Find the list. Chances are all the people on that list are the ones that want to grab the land. Prove me wrong. Simple enough. They don't want the embarrassment. No. They want the land. Thank you, Spirit. Prove me wrong. Simple enough. Simple enough. That's what it is. Everyone is worried about a land grab. There's a huge corruption over rich men and your kids on an island. They're doing everything they can because those fuckers own everything. What a fiasco that would be if you arrested the people that own everything. Thank you, Spirit. Prove me, and it's what it is. Prove me wrong. I mean, you can't have that energy in the cards on a macro level and that shit not expose anything on a micro level. You've got the big dogs that are in a fucking conspiracy, and you've got the little Facebook group of corrupt parasites and energy vampires that fucking mirrored them. That's what it is. It's a mirror of energy, right? The INFJ, the consciously unconscious human, is able to see two separate images as one image at the same time. Okay, great. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if it's top to bottom, left or right. That's what it is. And you're talking about the tricks of magicians. Okay, great. So you're trying to figure out the magician's trick, right? And if they're worried about something I said last year, well, then chances are they've had plenty of time to fuck up everything over something I said last year, right? That's what it is. I mean, you've got crooked attorney energy in the cards. Okay, great. So it is trying to harvest people's money and not pay them for the work that they've done. Okay, great. That's called a free school. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. YouTube makes out like a bandit. Plenty of views come in. You got a lot of people speaking their stories. Yeah, we already have the connections. And then when you hear them speak, all they're talking about is shit that was in their free stuff. Where did I see this before? Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett charged people $10,000 to have lunch with him. Cool. They would go and then they'd get pissed because he'd only spend 45 minutes. The last 15 was in the bathroom, probably playing with his wand. Anyway. People would go to the internet. They'd go spend 10 grand and then be so happy they got to, I'm Big Daddy Warbucks. I went and spent 10 grand for lunch with Warren Buffett. Let me just tell you everything I learned. So you got us sitting back going, okay, well, great. I'm glad you paid 10 grand to come teach us everything he showed you in an hour. Let me just type it all out. That's what it is. Right. I want you to go and take 20 things that mean the most to you. I want you to write down 20 things that mean the most to you. Number them 1 through 20. 1 being the most important, 20 being the least important to you. They'd write all these ideas out that mean the most to them. It's like, okay, now I want you to rip off the top 5 and give me the other 15. They'd rip off 5, and he'd take the other 15, stick them in his pocket, and say, okay, so those are those are 5 things. Those are the only things you have time to do. Your core influence. You're only as successful as your 5 core influence. Right? If you spend time doing anything other than the 5 things on your list, you'll never get those 5 things accomplished in your lifetime. They'd be fucking satisfied with that. How many connections do you think Warren Buffett has for 15 great ideas? Get the fuck out of here. Thank you, Spirit. Is that what they do? I don't know. I fucking certainly makes sense to me. Who knows what the fuck they do? It's called done in the dark for a reason. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. But you've got every energy reader on the planet with land grab, island men, all fucking upset. bottom feeders, catfishing, worried about something other than themselves for whatever they did in the dark here at the bottom, coming to the light, while you've got everyone up here at the top worried about what they did in the dark coming to the light, and they're all revolving around the sun. It's not that hard to read the energy in the cards. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. And it's probably it's way deeper than anything I could fucking come up with. There's natural disasters involved. That's God. And trying to explain God, I take the Dr. Manhattan approach to that. I'm channeling God Force energy. I have a God Force shield surrounding me from building my Merkaba through Reiki practices. Okay, great. Doesn't mean I know anything about God. That's what Dr. Manhattan says. We're reincarnated monks, bodhisattvas, earth angels, God DNA. We're activating what they told you was junk DNA. We've activated. They can't put us back to sleep. They're doing everything they can to stop us. Oh, God. Okay, great. Looks like if you could find that list worried about a land grab, you wouldn't have to worry about anyone grabbing land anymore, okay? Fucking Mr. Mackey come out here and fucking teach you a South Park lesson. Cards in the upright. Cool. Did you see that sleight of hand? 1122. Focus on this. Yeah, it's fucking taking accountability. That's what it is. That's what it is. Taking accountability for our shit. That's what it is. You are of the world, but you're not in the world. Absolutely. They've already told you you live in a backwards, profoundly sick society. Who the fuck wants to fit in any of that? Who wants to fit in any of that? You want to be profoundly sick or fucking backwards? Backwards, man. I'm backwards, man. And we got Freddie got fingered on the fucking island. Look at that. Conscious of your words for the intentions. It's just what it is. Right? They're obviously trying to go and back. Fucking every time I say something, something comes out around one of these influencers. I talk about how being careful with these manifestation frequencies. If you can't fucking identify the person that's putting up the miracle tone, the manifestation tone, you already know that they use tones in music to lower your vibration. We already know we've got individuals working in the dark. I make the statement about being careful if you can't identify those tones for manifesting wealth. They're bringing your vibration down, but they're telling you one thing and doing another. And then what do you get? You get a devil Capricorn doing a public apology about accidentally sliding subliminal hypnosis. So it fucking hits in his advertisement. It was an advertisement. It was just in the reel. He made a mistake. He was so sorry. Hey, that's great. But it's kind of funny that they jump in my energy and keep fucking around with what I'm doing because I called out somebody else and they took accountability for it. Look at that. You can't trust these people. That's what it is. You got every Pisces reader on the planet talking about them harvesting energy. Okay, cool. We know it's a Capricorn. We know it's a Capricorn running around making all of the bribes. Cool. Then they'll have to be manifesting money out of thin air to be able to pull that one off. That's what it is. You got a Capricorn doing moon magic, a Capricorn doing fucking blob art illusions. I'm not worried about any of that shit. I would like them out of my energy since natural disasters are involved around the Earth Angel. It's just what it is. Right? I mean, that's my thing is when I go in and that's what these girls are talking about. The Earth Angel stepped into these opportunities, saw what the fuck was going on, and then removed their energy, and then everything fell apart. So they're rescheduling. I wonder why they're rescheduling, so they can get their information straight. I don't care. I don't care. That's the thing is, I don't give a shit what other people are doing. But when their energy is around mine in the cards with the wrong dead dad for Thanksgiving, then I need physical evidence to appear before I go forward and invest in anything else. When you've got readers picking up a death during the fall, cool, I need physical evidence. What's the problem with that? Well, there is no physical evidence. They can't even find an island list. They're more worried about a land grab. They're worried about fucking everything around my crystalline divine aura. That shit's all in the cards. When I hear it in the cards, it's not hard to figure out who the fuck is in my energy. If you're in my energy, I can remote view that. It's just what it is. They tried to turn a sacred union upside down. They wanted to stop a divine union. They wanted to block your connection with the divine. And now they're mad because God has stepped into someone's life. Unbelievable. So it is. Do I need any more cards? No. Thank you for that, Spirit. It's what it is. And you got to keep in mind, my INFJ self-talk is attached to my feet. That's why they tried to attack my Earth Star chakra, to block my connection for discernment. That's what it is. There's a class on that. When you get mind and heart coherence and lock that into the ground, you ask your heart space a yes or a no question. It works just like a pendulum. You'll get a hit on your left or your right foot. It doesn't. There's a class for it. How to get your connection for discernment. Okay, cool. That's what it is. Works the same way with this. That's what it is. Energy is energy, positive or negative. It doesn't mean that you're always right, but it'll certainly tell you if you feel positive or negative about something. Simple enough, right? And then if you're ever wrong, then when you find out that you're wrong, oh shit, the light bulb didn't come on. We've made a mistake. We have to go back. What it is. I'm not even worried about, and that's there's your energy popping in the notifications of them working overtime to cover up if we can't beat the divine, we got to join the divine. Yeah, well, that's what it is. No. There will be no, now that the Earth Angel has the upper hand, they want to show mercy. What would the Earth Angel need to show mercy for? Did they try to unalive an Earth Angel? Fucking, I can't do anything about that. Send them off to a fucking island where they lose the list. I can't do anything about that. That's what it is. That's what it is. Look at that. Less than 17 minutes. Amazing how that works. That's what you got to keep in mind. From trying to steal inheritance to a land grab to Kitty Diddy Island to corrupt fucking attorneys to energy harvesters and a corrupt group of parasites. It's not hard to figure out who they are talking about when all of them are in my fucking energy. It's not hard to figure out. Well, that's that person. Well, that's that person. You called out. She called out their name. Thank you, Dorothy. Well, I certainly hope that the young lady, I needed an artist and she needed an exorcism. We talked about that shit. I had to fucking know. We're out of here. That's what it is. Not much you can do about that. Not much you can do about it. Why haven't you published your poetry book? Why haven't any fucking artist brought me artwork? That's what it is. They've got other things to do. Okay, great. Now we got natural disasters to worry about. Now the whole planet's under divine judgment. It's just what it is. It looks like we were on our path. Everyone's on the... If you're in a natural disaster, congratulations, you're on your path. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. What your area put out went right back on you. It's just what it is. Here in America, trying to do a land grab. Can't find a list of kitty diddlers because I'm pretty sure all the rich men on that list have something to do with the land grab. Oh, what a fiasco. That's what it is. Right? And I'm more than happy to be wrong. I'm more than happy to have them out of my motherfucking energy. They're welcome to get out of my energy at any time. But when these readers talk about me calling my energy back, and that's the thing. The Pisces Sun, Gemini Moon, Leo Rising. The Leo Rising, that's the copycat. That's the Leo. The Leo's the fucking copycat. Okay, great. I own the school. I have the LLC. What information are they talking about? In groups? That's the fucking difference. They don't want the entrepreneur to be independent because of everything that I just fucking said. And however it works out for them, it's way... What I just said, it's way worse than that. But take a baby and grab a bite out of it, and then you're probably getting a little closer to just how bad it is. And I get 2 new likes. Thank you for the duality. That's what it is. You got to keep in mind, my past life, we ate people. That's why I can spot this shit. I've done the shadow work. That's what it is. The master becomes the servant. I was in a completely different fucking dimension. We've had hundreds of past lives. So when you pick up that energy that your soul's not even from here, yeah, that's just one lifetime. I've had three QHHT sessions. Number one, I couldn't get Mr. Stupid out of the way and block myself. Had to work on that. Came into balance, and wouldn't you know, fucking tapped into some shit that's got the whole world up in a fiasco. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. That's what it is. I mean, that's the thing. You've got to be smarter than the things that you're watching. If you have an AI fleshbot, animated, whatever, anyone talking about chosen one material, talking about earth angels, starseeds, you have to ask yourself, can you identify that person? If that person was filling you full of shit, anything, and I'm not knocking the entertainment, it's entertainment purposes only. Right? But when they're not talking about healing, cool, then they're taking you away from healing. Right? When they're all in a group of, oh God, what have we done? They're steadily sucking people into, oh God, what have we done, land? That's what it is. Namaste. That's what it is. And when I hear readers say, you need to review the corruption within the law enforcement, yes, I agree. When I learned the Jose Silva mind control method based on information from my old roommate that was the retired police chief from California, that's what it is. That's the one thing he said. That's why they didn't use the technique he turned me on to. Because they ended up not having physical evidence. It was metaphysical evidence, and only physical evidence stands up in a court of law. They can't go on your intuition. That's just this. Okay, great. Right? So when you remove the physical evidence from all the rich men wanting to do the land grab, that's what it is. Take them all in, mix them in with the wrong dead dad for Thanksgiving, and let them go. Let God handle it. So it is. What do you get? Oh, well, they attack the INFJ Mystic. Well, there's no more Camp Mystic, so we won't be camping out there anymore. It's just what it is. You can't trust Lake Isabella earthquake on Mother's Day, not with Pisces toxic X working the devil through her for Father's Day. That's what you give all the daddies for Father's Day. They were the daddies, so. Yeah, and if you've got a bunch of daddies with Pisces toxic X that has the devil working through them, well, it's just what it is. That's their family problems. I got modern problems. You ever seen that movie, Modern Problems? That's what it is. Every time you hear a reader talking about the Earth Angel is tapping into gifts that you're just unaware of yet, yeah, go see the paranormal movie, fucking Modern Problems with Chevy Chase. It's just what it is. We got all kinds of cool shit going on, right? And they do. They try to feed you the misinformation to throw you off of your path. Cool. I tell you right off the bat. Who has a clue what kind of magic trick they've got all of you fucking following under an illusion over? I do know one thing. The entire system was built off profiting off the death of the people. Simple enough. So when you come out with 2,500-year-old information from the land of the immortals in Japan, oh no! That takes away money from profiting off the death of the people. Then what do you end up with? An ear, nose, and throat specialist. Oh no! We can't have a specialist in here doing that stuff that brings cure. There's no profit in the cure. No. We have a continued care department that your no profit in the cure would be taking money away from. So for you to work here, for you to have a job where we continue to care, where we continue to care for sick people, because we live in a profoundly sick society. We continue to care for sick people. You as a dupter, you as a specialist, as an ear, nose, and throat specialist, we're going to have to blackball you, or you'll have to pay to hang your license that you spent so much in education on to be such a great guy. You're going to have to pay us to work here because your technique that fucking truly helps people, no. That takes away money from profiting off of keeping them sick. We can't have that here. Oh, no, we can't have that here. Right? What's his biggest issue? Fucking stage fright. Getting on stage and talking about it. Cool, I'll do that for you. He said, well, it's the truth. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's what it is. I have no problem speaking the truth. They've been trying to take me out for 20 years over the truth. To the point, hey, it's what it is, I mean, I can't do anything about that. 10% completion. It's just what it is. It's what it is. When you hear a reader say the Earth Angel doesn't even know how many times they're poisoning the food, okay, great. It's what it is. If I can't take me out, they certainly aren't going to be able to. They make memes about the INFJ doing 6 impossible things before breakfast. Doesn't mean I'm not fucking healing all the time. However, what comes around goes around. I mean, I think I saw the energy around the sun today that now the Earth Angel has the upper hand, that these people want mercy. Well, cool. I gave them an 8-year cycle to make it through every rite of passage that the healer went through with divine protection, as rough as that shit was. As rough as that shit was. It's just what it is. However, the information's out there. Just because you don't utilize the information, fucking it's what it is. And then it's a fucking catch-22, 100%. Right? All of the entire system is crumbling. Just fucking get over it. That's what it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, it sounds like that shit was broken. Now we got to fix it. So, that's what it is. Namaste.